Muggy, warmer temperatures, not very reflective of where we should be this time of year. And remind you, we are closing out the month of September by midweek. 70 degrees right now in Central Park, which is our normal high this time of year. 68 up in Westchester and Armonk, and notice the direction of the wind out of the south. So visibility is slightly compromised in spots. We have patches of fog that could reduce visibility as you drive through, especially points to the north and over Brooklyn, parts of Nassau. And within that, you could see some mist and very light drizzle. So unsettled for especially this morning, noticing some lighter rain off to the west. And this is what we're going to be dealing with mainly for the morning. And then I think we're going to break out of these clouds and you'll get some breaks with some sun in the afternoon. But you could see that chance of light showers throughout the day with temperatures in the upper 70s. We'll have that extended forecast coming up. For the commute this morning, we'll take a live look at the George Washington Bridge. No construction right now, which is why you're noticing the upper level and the lower level pretty sleepy at this point with minimal traffic out there. Even the outbound side is cooperating. We do have a crash right now. This is really the only delay that we're monitoring over on the Major Deegan southbound just after Fordham Road. You have at least a lane blocked there, which is why it's a little slow going. Most of the Bronx right now is looking pretty good. Alternate side of the street parking, it is suspended. That is because of Yom Kippur, but meter rules remain in effect, guys. Back to you.
With Marissa Torres. Happy Monday, Marissa. Happy Monday to you guys. Starting off a full work week. We are ending September and tracking rain because it's step outside. You're going to notice it's a little unsettled. We had some rain to end yesterday, and we're quite low on it. So this is the total amount in Central Park so far for the year at 30 inches. So we're about 7 is below where we're supposed to be. I don't think we're going to close the gap today. We'll start to close the gap tomorrow in through Wednesday, with Wednesday being the wettest day. We are going to notice some drizzle up there this morning, some very light rain. I'll show you where in a second. 70 degrees in Central Park right now, so it is quite warm and muggy out there. 71 Hoboken, 68 in Lindenhurst, Highland at 70. Temperature's quite uniform. Winds are out of the south. One of the reasons being you have some cloud cover out there. Winds are light. We have high humidity, and that's why we're going to see some fog. But notice the steadier rain is going to be out through Sullivan County and out through Warren right now, so off to the west. But even where the light radar is not picking up on the rain, you can still see some light rain and drizzle. That's actually being reported at several of the weather stations right now, including in the city. So we have some clouds and rain to get through. As we get further into the day, it'll become less of an issue, more just an issue of the clouds. South wind due to high pressure offshore, and then this is the front that we're tracking coming in from the west. It is very slow moving. Really not going to see it come through until Wednesday. It's looking light. So today we have the light rain to start, and then we'll start seeing mainly just overcast conditions and maybe some scattered rain showers off to the west. But I think this is going to be the exception to the rule. We break out of those clouds with a little bit of sun today, and then as we head into the overnight hours, very similar situation tomorrow. Temperatures for today, New Jersey, these are the warmer spots around 80 in spots, upper 70s elsewhere. Take it to the north, and you have the mid to upper 70s there. Long Island, coastal Connecticut, you're going to spend the day in the low to mid 70s. You probably still could get out to the beach, but it's not going to be the best, brightest day. Tracking dew point, because these dew point temperatures not so reflective of the end of the month in September. They're quite sticky and oppressive in the mid 60s or so, and they're going to stay even quite humid and oppressive for Tuesday, and then they'll start to drop later on the day on Wednesday and Thursday, feeling like the better day. Here's that 70 forecast. October 1st is Thursday, and the weekend looking cooler and more reflective of fall. With your commute this morning, for those of you trying to get an early start in the day, here's a look at traffic. We have an overturned vehicle. This is on the Connecticut Turnpike northbound up in Greenwich right now. So it's right near exit 4. It is blocking 2 lanes, which is why at this point in that northbound side, you're already noticing a pretty sizable delay. We'll keep you posted on this one. In the meantime, we'll check in on rails. Everything so far, Metro North LA to Large New Jersey Transit and Path is on or close to schedule free, so problem free there. And a reminder, their subways are closed until 5 o'clock in the morning. When they reopen, we'll keep an eye on those too. Alternate side of the street parking, it is suspended citywide, but meter rules remain in effect. John, Vanessa?
Marissa, thank you.
The annual tunnel to
70 degrees in the city, 71 over in Hoboken. Winds are out of the south and a steady wind at that, 66 over in Armonk. So this isn't about seasonable. Yesterday we didn't make it out of the 70s. It was quite refreshing out there, and dew point temperatures still relatively low. The live radar tracking some rain showers moving out of the Hudson Valley and moving through central Jersey, but they're pretty light, maybe a little bit more moderate to the north. But that's all ahead of a warm front that's coming in through the day, and that's going to trigger some showers. We'll have a cold front move through later. That could trigger some thunderstorms, but noticing will be 80 degrees by noon, 83 by 5 p.m. We'll have that extended forecast and talk about that extreme heat headed our way coming up in a few minutes. Switching over to traffic this morning, we'll take a live look at the BQE. I'll move out of the way so you can get a better look, but this is on the BQE as you head up towards the Brooklyn Bridge, right near the Brooklyn Bridge. It looks like we have several fire trucks responding to a crash involving at least a couple of vehicles there. So we'll keep an eye on this. You do have a delay building towards that area. And then with transit this morning, we have delays on path train, and that's Journal Square 33rd via Hoboken. They're talking about a signal issue there. So they're trying to fix it. Everything else running on time. And a reminder, New Jersey Transit, they lifted that 50% capacity limit. So if it's looking a little bit more crowded, that is why. But don't forget your mask. It's required. Alternate side of the street parking still suspended. Meter rules in effect. Craig, over to you.
All right, well, developing right now, police in Brooklyn will begin a new
Conditions on one end of the country, and then on the other end of the country,
crazy, right?
Complete opposite.
I know. There's a lot going on climatologically speaking, and a lot with the fires and watching the winds out there. I gotta say, where we are, it's definitely been a much quieter situation. Luckily, we've been able to dodge a couple of storms out in the Atlantic. But by the way, if you're headed out to the beach, you still have Hurricane Paulette in the Atlantic, which is going to continue to give us a high rip current risk. So if you're heading to the beaches, that's what I want you to be most mindful of, especially since there's going to be a lot of sunshine for the afternoon and some of our warmer temperatures of the week. So you may want to get out there. Humidity levels, that's going to be very comfortable by the end of the day. Overnight temperatures feeling like autumn and staying dry through midweek. We are looking at some rain chances by the end of the week, but overall, it's a nice look ahead. 71 in the city right now. Lindenhurst, you're at 68, 71 Hoboken, Highland at 64 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest. By this afternoon, it's going to be more of a north wind, but that just gives you the idea it's going to help push in some of the drier, cooler air. You still have some clouds out there. That front that went through yesterday came across mainly dry. We did kind of get a little muggy ahead of it and even warmed up a little bit. We had that south wind ahead of it. North wind by later today as this area of high pressure continues to push further east and really push that front out of the way. That's going to help kick out some of those clouds, and that's what's going to be anchored in place for the next couple of days. Very similar situation to what we had on Friday, except I think these clouds will move out just a little bit faster. So as we walk through the futurecast, clouds really start to break up by lunchtime. You're noticing clearing skies, maybe some residual high clouds, but for the most part, we're clearing out. We stay clear overnight, radiational cooling. Tuesday morning going to be quite chilly for you, so that's when you want to maybe have that jean jacket or a light sweater, and then we warm up just a little bit on Tuesday. Going into Wednesday, we keep some of those clear skies, and then we'll start to notice the clouds building as we get further into the day, and then we're looking at some rain chances for Thursday evening. Now, I know football looks a lot different this year, but just knowing that it's around and hearing the sounds of Monday, Sunday night football feel real good. So MetLife Stadium tonight, 7:10. Steelers taking on our New York Giants. Mostly clear out there. Temperatures in the 60s. That is football weather. It is the definition of football weather even as we head in through the week. So 79 is a high for today, and then we'll be at 72 tomorrow, but noticing we're waking up in the 50s. Wednesday, we stay below normal with these temperatures, so the chilly mornings will be Tuesday, Wednesday. We warm up a little bit on Thursday with the chance of some showers that we're looking at for Thursday and Friday. With the commute this morning, as we switch over to traffic, everything with the ferries, it is on or close to schedule. New York Waterway, you are still modified. NYC Ferry still on that summer schedule, but so far everything, it is moving on time, which is what matters for our commuters. If you're going to be jumping on the rails, number one, don't forget your mask. It is required, and you could be ticketed with some of these. But otherwise, if you're jumping on the trains, these are also running on time. New Jersey Transit, you still have some modifications out there for Northeast Corridor, North Jersey Coastline, Raritan Valley Line, but not too many complaints if you're heading out. And those subways reopened at 5 o'clock. Alternate side of the street parking, meter rules, it's all in effect today citywide. Back to you guys.
Marissa, thank you. President Trump spending the weekend in Nevada. That's a state he lost in 2016.